I'm Elizabeth, and this is my audience. They're real people. Okay. I'm Elizabeth Failla. I am 17, and I've been a Christian my whole life, except for a certain period of time when I turned my back on God, which I'll explain in a minute. So it all started at age 13 when I went to a new school that I've never been to, and during this time I had turned my back on God because I didn't believe him. Before I went to this school, I was very kind, respectful, and nice to others, and when I started going to this school, I became very negative, self-centered, and disrespectful, which I'll explain why in a second. I met this friend group that I looked up to very much. They were a bad influence and were very negative, disrespectful, and self-centered, which is where I got that personality from. I looked up to them, and I started to have identity issues because of it, because I didn't know who I wanted to be. I listened to negative music because of them, because I wanted to fit in, and it caused me to have depression, which I've never had until this point. My main points for this are identity, friends, and music, which really played a role in my life. They really had an impact on my life. To summarize, I, at age 15, separated myself from these friends, and I started turning back to God, and I asked him to reveal himself to me, which he did, and that is a completely different story. And I used him as a crutch during this time to help him get rid of this depression that I had. My experience proves that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and you need to have a firm foundation in who you are, who you know you are, your identity. And be careful with the music that you listen to, because that can really take an effect on your life. A verse that was relevant to this is Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his perfect and pleasing will."
Good. You had 38 seconds left.
That was excellent.
We're still recording.